Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently fighting the Allied interlinked systems, and we are winning that. You can ignore what this says down here. We're actually at 6 to 24%. This just takes time to update. I just launched the game. However, we've neglected our worlds a little bit, so let's go ahead and work on that. Actually, I do feel like I want to replace this monument with an energy grid and build a generator district here. That should be fine. Anything else we need? Yes, this trade station needs a gene clinic, and we're definitely going to put one of those in. And this forge world, what does it need? Well, housing and jobs, so that means an industrial district. Okay. And this ring world here, that needs a gene clinic. Excellent. These ancient cryo chambers should probably be demolished. Containing the long-expired remains of billions of alien specimens frozen long ago. At the very least, it should be disabled. So that way, our planet deficit is nowhere near what it was. You can see here, they're running mostly research segments, and there are some nourishment centers on here as well, so that is fine. That should help our energy credit situation dramatically. We do require physics research right now, and let's take shield hit points. That'll do. We just finished applied superconductivity as well, so that is great. Let's check in real quick on our star bases here before we go too much further. The Sarga station is clearly intended to be an anchorage, and we'll just get that upgrading. Dixa was also intended to be an anchorage, I believe. Okay, sounds good. And we're going to come back to these and rework some of these a little bit later on. There is these fleets here. They have corvettes, Mechanical class corvettes. They're needed in the first fleet. So we'll send them on up there. Excellent. The first fleet does require some orders, and we'll tell it to head down over here for now. The third fleet requires orders, and it is honestly pretty done with this region. Let's send it back to the gateway, where we can send it elsewhere. That'll be fine. The first Federation fleet is fighting over here. That's fine. The second fleet is up over here and should go to Romakis. The fourth fleet is, I believe, reinforcing. The fifth fleet looks like it is also reinforcing. Looks good to me. We'll bump it up to fastest speed. And that is great. What is our armies doing? I should check in on that. Whole lot of nothing right now. We're partly occupying here. So let's go ahead and land on Starnest.
The enemy is targeting one of our stations. They are assaulting our spaceport.
Where? Okay. Over here is fine. They can do that. That's not a problem. Okay, so we took that, and we're going to push over this way. Something like this. And I'd like come down over here. Yeah. They've occupied a bunch of territory over here. I want to take that back.
One of our stations.
That'll be fine. The fifth fleet is, of course, still reinforcing.
Achieved.
And we just got loader efficiency. Sure. I think we're doing fine with minerals for right now. Let's work on catching up some of these, and it's going to be kinetic weapon damage.
Beginning attack run on enemy station.
The second Federation fleet is going to push over this direction. There's no FTL inhibitor there, so we can just queue up that.
The enemy is targeting one of our stations.
That's fine. They can do that.
Have destroyed
and we are going to, I think at this point, just kind of go around like this. Clean up a bunch of this and go grab this gateway. That'll be good. The 5th Fleet should be done reinforcing soon, right? Or are they just getting started reinforcing? There we go. That should get them done reinforcing. The 4th Fleet is, of course, chilling up here. It's already at full strength, so it has its reinforcements streaming in through the L gate, presumably. Yes, that is accurate. And the 5th Fleet is just kind of chilling.
The enemy is targeting one of our stations.
The 3rd Fleet is going to require additional reinforcement, and it'll utilize that gateway and just pump them out of the mega shipyard at incredible speed. So that's great. We are continuing to push our way up over here in theory, although we're not really. We're really kind of not right now. Something I need to consider. This gateway, we don't have access to. We can't reinforce here. Or, well, we can, but it's not efficient. So instead, let's push our way down something like this. Okay. That'll be fine. And how are they doing on this war goal at this point? Still 150 from unoccupied systems and 100 from unoccupied planets. That's fine. We're going to continue to occupy up these planets, which will net us gains both in war exhaustion and in reducing those demanding acceptances. Okay. One of our armies is involved in an invasion. Yes, that is correct.
Breakthrough achieved.
Okay, our gateway construction site in Bivum is ready, and we will go ahead and upgrade that to a gateway. Excellent. So the 1st Fleet is kind of backtracking over here. And this will be fine. We'll take that station, no problem, over to Hadar. The 4th Fleet is now good to go, and where are we going to send them? Probably over to Garmin. 3rd Fleet is still reinforcing. It should be done pretty soon. I think, anyway. Surely it'll be done soon. The 3rd Federation Fleet is, of course, in terminal egress, defending that, and that's fine. We are, at this point, I want to move... Where's the Yon Company's capital? Like, where is these guys' capital? That's quite a ways away. Okay. Quite a ways away indeed. There's a mega structure over here, though. Let's head over that way. That'll be fine. And our army is still actually attacking over here. It'll wrap this up soon enough. Dread Troopers, huh? Okay. It's pretty exciting stuff. But the Dread Troopers are dead, and that is wonderful. Whoa, more Dread Troopers coming in. Undead armies. Ah. So they're able to resurrect our Azizan clone armies and use them against us. Fancy. So these guys are like necromancers. Cool. That'll be a decent technology to have in the Federation, for sure. A weak but insistent signal transmits on repeat in the NUS system. The 5th Fleet has pinpointed its source to emanating from within the mouth of a destabilized subspace rift, the system's edge. What could be on the other side? Perhaps we'll find out. And all of these guys just disappeared. That's a lot. Okay. Well, the 1st Fleet is over here right now, and we want to do something like that, and then head to Sheliak. Well, we can't because we are FTL inhibited right now. So we'll issue those orders a bit later. We'll come over to Groman, and then we'll backtrack over to Hemtares, I think. The 3rd Fleet is now fully reinforced, and we are going to send it up to start taking some of these locations. Actually, yeah, through the L gate is the way to go. I love it. And then we can push up like this to Asterion. Do it. So this fleet has succeeded in coming in over here. We can't go through that wormhole, sadly. What we can do is head over to Ukalan.
Our warriors are victorious.
Okay, fantastic. Our army is done. This would be much faster to just scroll over them because of all of these missing units. But that's okay, I guess. And we're going to continue. Looks like they're planning to invade the Eyrie over here, so we're going to land on the Magog Perch. That'll be fine. And then there's also the Keek Roost over here. Excellent. We do need a society research, and so we shall go for... I don't want to do fleet command limit right now. Instead, we're going to do edict duration, I guess. That'll be fine. Make those a little bit more efficient. We can't run the surveyor, but we can, though. Now we can run the surveyor. Excellent. +3 alloys. We'll probably want to grab that. Where is that? Over here. We'll just send our construction ship to slowly poke its way over there, and it'll get there eventually. We're not in a rush on that one.
Our warriors are victorious.
The Second Federation fleet should continue to push up over this way. And we did just finish our invasion over here, of course. So we will next land on Keek Roost. And if they haven't invaded the Eyrie by the time we're done with that, then we'll invade the Eyrie. That said, I see why they're bombarding that. There's a lot there. So that's the thing. The First Federation fleet requires orders, and it is going to just grab these territories over here, and then maybe backtrack over to the... That's a pretty big Young Company fleet, actually. Something like that.
Our warriors are victorious.
Yeah,
Enemy
that'll work.
Conquered.
Okay, so we are going to come out over here, of course, and land on the Surti Eyrie. They have dropped the strength there a bit, but we're going to invade, and hopefully they'll join us. They don't seem too interested. Okay, that's fine. We just hope that we disengage our armies before they become undead armies. That's the hope here. Our allies aren't really joining us on that one. The First Fleet requires orders, though, and its orders are to grab Brewston and then head over this direction. And I guess that's the best we can do there. We do have access to this gateway now. And so we're going to hit the Reinforce Fleet button and just reinforce the Second Fleet. The Second Federation Fleet is going to go grab Howling Vortex. The Fifth Fleet is going to push over something like this. That's a gateway that we don't actually get to utilize, but that's fine. So we're starting to see some actual resistance at this point. These guys are... Ooh. Perched on the event horizon of Howling Vortex is a matter decompressor. Now, we know how to build these. But it looks like that is one that they didn't repair yet. Yes. Okay. Sounds good to me. And we're going to wipe out this station, no problem at all. The fact that we were basically the only people to fight the Unbidden is actually really good. That means that we have access to their matter disruptors, and no one else really does. Our 9 singularity stations? What? This is awkward. Okay. I guess that's fine. So we're now going to start chasing down the fleet over here. The final additions to the Strategic Coordination Center are several detached hostile force simulator bastions. These bastions contain much of the functionality of the Strategic Coordination Center on a smaller scale, but are completely independent of the main system. Within, elite commanders and their staff can become totally immersed in the culture and traditions of our enemies, and by studying their artwork can better understand and simulate their military thinking. Studying their artwork, huh? I have a feeling that somebody read the Thrawn trilogy. Once fully immersed, they will fight virtual wars against the staff of the Strategic Coordination Center, allowing us to simulate conflicts with any possible enemy in excruciating detail, which can then be studied from the perspectives of both sides and our strategies refined upon. Excellent. So that is, of course, the Strategic Coordination Center complete. And we can start building another megastructure. So we are going to upgrade this ruined ring section. Wonderful. Now, I want to observe. I want you guys over here. I guess I can't. I want you guys over here then. I want to observe exactly
construction complete.
How good we are against these guys. And I think we're going to have a good showing if we can catch them. I'm not actually sure we can. I mean, we could jump drive to them. But that wouldn't be a fantastic showing. Now, would it? The second fleet requires orders, and it's actually just reinforcing still. There's not much left to do there. The second Federation fleet is going to come grab Rixim, and then from there, it's going to do something along the lines of that. Fantastic. The fourth fleet is going to continue to push down over this way. And the question becomes, how are we doing over here with our invasion? Let's see. Our allies have finally decided to land. So that's good. We've chunked away all of their non-undead armies. And only one undead army remains. Attack him instead of hitting the backline, guys. Come on. There you go. Now you're doing damage. Fantastic. There. Now they're definitely gone. Wonderful. So that is, of course, complete. Where do we need to go next? Partly occupied there. We're also partly occupied here. Yep, so we're going to go up here. We'll land on this brood nest. What do they have here? They have some. Okay, that'll be fine. So we'll go ahead and let that proceed. And the next question becomes, what does the fifth fleet need to do? The fifth fleet needs to go somewhere else. But where? It'll have to head all the way over like that. Slightly awkward, to be sure. But it's fine. The first fleet requires orders, and its orders are to continue to chase these guys down. These guys just chilling here? Yeah, for now. Okay, sounds good. The fourth fleet, it could really use some reinforcement. I'm going to go ahead and jump drive the fourth fleet to there, and then it will head to the Zeepak Vortex, which of course is an L gate, and we will be able to reinforce from there. Okay, we'll go ahead and hit the reinforce button. The first Federation fleet requires orders, and we appear to have lost... Oh no, they're over here. Okay. I was going to say that we lost vision on them, but we didn't. We're just going to go grab these systems, I think. That'll be fine. And then push our way up like that. That'll take some time. The third fleet is continuing to push up over this way. This does give us access eventually to an L gate. And that's great. So we're just going to push up here. It looks like it's pretty linear to the end of the Tazikians. How are we doing on our war goals? 150 from unoccupied. That's getting better. They would accept a status quo. But I'm not okay with the status quo, I think. Well, yeah, we don't have claims. I think we do want to achieve our war goals. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So that should be fine in theory. We need another 257 reasons. Contraband has been seized. Okay. Entertaining. So these guys over here, they have acquired that gateway, and we're going to push down over to Haribas. And that's all of our fleets having their orders. Now there's all of these guys. This is a bunch of menacing destroyers. For now, all I'm going to do, and menacing corvettes as well. For now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to group them together. Now, there's still going to be more that get grouped in here. Yeah. I'm just going to group them together like that. And we'll just keep an eye on them. See if they need to go somewhere. And how's our invasion over here going? Magnificently, it would appear. We do need to queue up additional armies, though, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and recruit a bunch of Azizans. And how many Azizans are we going to recruit? It's going to be a lot. They can only support 48 assault empires. Or assault armies. I don't want assault armies. I want clone armies. What am I doing? Now I need to cancel all of these. Oh boy. That's embarrassing. And we're going to do clone armies of Azizans. There we go. And how many of those can we support? Well, infinite, in theory. So clone armies. How many are we actually going to queue up, though? I'm going to queue up 100. That is 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. And this is actually 100 because it's 0 indexed. This is number 1, so that will be fine. The Jupiter Research Station does require an upgrade here, and we'll go ahead and put in a Habitat Central Control. That will fix the problem. This trade station requires a specialist job. Fascinating. I don't mind this actually being a trade district. That'll be fine. This one here is allegedly a trade station. We'll see if that's actually what it ends up being. Otherwise, that all looks fine. Wonderful. So we're going to wrap up this invasion right now.
Victorious.
Excellent. And where do these guys need to go next? This system is partly occupied. So we'll just jump drive them over to Ulasia, and then we'll land on the Stellar Brood Nest. 944 there. That'll be fine. You can see that we have taken some pretty substantial losses to our clone armies, which is why we are working on resupplying those. So 50 on unoccupied systems and 100 on unoccupied planets. I wish it told us which ones were the unoccupied planets and which ones were the unoccupied systems. May well be like Epsilon Eridani over here or something. Kind of hard to say. Or this one? Could be that. These over here. Yeah, I'm not sure. It'd be good info to have. Oh, this is going to go well. Yeah, they're instantly gone. So we're going to head up and grab this L gate. That'll be great. And how are things going over here? The first fleet does require additional orders. And let's just go ahead and jump drive it to Mulsir, and then it can go take Epsilon Eridani. That'll be fine. The second fleet here, it can push in over this way and then come back to Thrish. The third fleet is going to, of course, continue to push over this way, like that. Second Federation fleet is going to need to head down over this way. That'll be fine. And the fourth is going to continue to reinforce. We probably didn't need to reinforce those. We could have moved in some of these guys. It's fine. It's fine. It's just minerals. It doesn't hurt. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to hopefully finish up this war. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time.